Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. This is going to be the weekly check-in for June 3rd to the 10th for Earth signs, alright? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Alright, we're going to get right into it with our Angel Oracle deck. I'm going to pull 3 cards out for you guys. How are my lovely Earth signs doing so far this weekend? It's Sunday now, the 2nd. I hope y'all doing alright. I hope you're having a good week and a good month. Well, ending to a month, really. Today's the very beginning of June, right? First couple days. So tomorrow's the new moon, June 3rd, and I will be doing my new moon readings. If I can at all stream any of them, I will. So please don't forget to hit the bell so that you can get notified of all my updates, right? So if you wanna like, I'll be doing a video for each sign. So say you're a Taurus and you want to check it out and see if I'm doing a stream for Taurus, which I might be able to do. It's all down to my equipment. Then hit the bell, subscribe and hit the bell, and then tomorrow, if I do stream, I will notify you. All right, or you'll get a notification from my channel. All right. So anyway, let's get into it. All right, Earth signs for this week. Let's get 3 cards. I want to get a nice clear reading today for all you guys. All right, give me 3 cards for my beautiful Earth signs. We're talking about Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. All right, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn this week. Show me. Show me. I'm a Taurus rising myself, so, and being a Sagittarius, I'm quite grateful for my Taurus rising because I think it really grounds me sometimes when I'm acting like literally a horse's ass. All right, guys, so Taurus, out the gate, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Virgo, religious factors. Interesting, this came up yesterday. I believe it was for Pisces. All right, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And here we have release your ex. All right, the time has come to clear your energy. So release your ex. Interesting. All right, we're going to get into it. At the bottom of the deck, we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. All right, so that's beautiful, right? It's about getting closer, right? So basically, that means, you know, when I look at the bottom of the deck, it kind of gives me the running theme, right? And so the running theme here is that in each of your scenarios, you're working towards bonding, right? So getting to know each other is a card about working towards bonding and getting closer. So let's get right into it. We're going to pull out some cards from the Radiant Rider-Waite deck. That little card always blows all over the place when I'm shuffling. Show me some clear readings for my lovely Earth signs. We're talking about Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let me know what's going on for them this week. In any area, really. This is kind of a general weekly update. Even though I pull the Angel Oracle cards because I like to know in general what your relationship energy is going to be like. But oftentimes these readings may not be about relationships at all, okay? So this is a general reading for the week. Give me a clear message. We want to see affirmations, warnings, signs, energies, those who are there to help, those we should be watching out for, right? We want our Earth signs to achieve their highest good this week, all right? So that's what this tarot is for. Give us a clear message so that they can all, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, achieve their highest good this week in whatever they endeavor, all right? Because we love them so much. All right, guys, let's get into it. Taurus, out the gate, you have King of Pentacles, all right? King of Pentacles, prosperous man, innovator, industrious man. Knight of Pentacles, wow, a lot of money going on with you. and Ten of Swords. Interesting. All right, Virgo. Page of Pentacles. So a message of money coming in. Five of Pentacles after a difficult time for you, huh? And a 6. Major Arcana, the Lovers. Lovely. And Capricorn, 9 of Swords. Worry. You're worried about something. 15, the Devil. And 6 of Discs. Oops. Wow. All right. 6 of Discs for you here. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have 4 of Wands. All right. So stability in relationships. The kind of stability that leads to long-term relationships. Stability of passion, working towards the same goal. Understanding each other. This is soulmate card. For a lot of people, they call it soulmate because it's the 11-11. Really, I see it as long-term relationships and longevity in your relationships because of the stability that you've forged. The mutual respect, right? Very beautiful card. Taurus, out the gate. Let your friends help you. Well, is this your friend coming in to help you, Taurus, or is this you? I believe this might be your friend, I wonder, because is this somebody you look up to, a mentor? This could be also you. You may have gotten to a certain point in your life, Taurus, where you are very prosperous, right? You've had a lot of businesses. Your career's gone, perhaps your career's gone very well. You've established yourself. You're sitting kind of pretty. But it could be that you're at an impasse, right? Could be. However, I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this is someone or a friend, right, that you could look up to. A mentor, right? This is not to say that you're not a queen or a king of pentacles in your own right, Taurus. Taurus, is we know that you are very, very industrious people, highly productive, highly prosperous, right? You guys prosper, you make money, okay? So let me clear that up right there. You could be at the equal footing with this King of Pentacles. However, because of let your friends help you coming through and the messages, the energy that I feel coming from this reading, I feel like this is a mentor, somebody you respect, somebody you feel is equally, that you feel an equal to. It has to be someone, of course, that you respect because you're perhaps need to seek their opinion, their advice. They may be there presenting as a mentor, ready to give you advice, right? I hope the card is clear. Let me make sure. Is it clear? Okay, yeah, it is. So, yeah, it's someone you respect very much and someone you respect in their field because their field is probably aligned with your field, right? So they know about the things that you're dealing with, right? So you guys are in the same type of, I would imagine, industry, or you at the very least believe that they have the same type of temperament that you have. So even if you're not in the same industry or the same passion or whatever, you certainly have the same temperament, and so you really respect this person. Because right now, Taurus, I believe you've got offers coming in and you're not really quite sure what to do, right? You got Knight of Pentacles right there and Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is like you're a whole new person, right? You're kind of dealing with things in a new way. This Knight of Pentacles, something's coming in for you. An offer's come in for you. Something. Right? Some new offer has come in and it's been a long time coming, right? And I think that perhaps you're just you might be just a bit nervous, or you may just be that you're looking to get some extra help or mentoring from this King of Pentacles and how to deal with it. And why are you looking for the help? Because of this. Because of the Ten of Swords. Because you've just come through a really difficult time, Taurus. Right? I think it's been a long time that you've been battling. I think that despite the prosperity you may have achieved, right, it's been at the expense of a lot. I feel that you're changed. You're a changed person, right? And I think that you're trying to approach certain scenarios with a different viewpoint, with a different way of approaching it, right? So, you know, you're kind of, you know, this new you is kind of uncharted territory, right? You're kind of, I think you're, it's not that you're out of your element, but you're discovering a new you, right? Because Ten of Swords is closure. This character that's kind of impaled and basically dead right on the ground. I don't mean to laugh, but right, but it's because that is you, right? That is to symbolize the old you, your previous ego, the person who you used to be before you went through the whole series of tens. If you look at the suit of tens, tens and wands are very aggressive suits in terms of the tarot cards. So they're you know, the equivalents, you know, the numbers and the cards in those suits have to do with a lot of power struggles, a lot of inner turmoil, outer turmoil, turmoil with others, communication. You know what I mean? So it's a hard suit to get through, right? So when you get to the 10, the reason why you have this character looking like this is because he's been impaled from the experience of all of the previous, basically, cards, right, that embodied previous stages. And as a result of all of those previous encounters and lessons learned, he's had to literally die and become a new person. He can no longer go back to the person he was before. You know, you can't unsee it. Sometimes I see friends do something, they might make me laugh or I'll cringe. And my biggest thing, I always say, oh God, now I can't unsee it. You know, once you know it, you can't unknow it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And so once you go through these kind of lessons, you just can't be the same person you were before, right? If you learned your lessons. So I believe that's the reason why you're feeling a little bit not out of, like I say, not out of your element per se, but maybe out of sorts and not sure how to move forward, because it's kind of like you're dealing with a different personality, a different version of you, a newer, better version of you. Right? And perhaps you're trying to do things in a newer, better way. And so this opportunity, you're going to need some help. And these conversations are going to be happening this week for you. All right? So Virgo, religious factors are going on with you. So I feel like, yeah, you're involved with somebody who's from a different background, right? This is definitely a reading for those people who are Virgos, who are in some kind of relationship, love relationship, or deep, deep friendship with somebody outside of their social or, well, their cultural group. There's a message coming through of Pentacles. It could be this week, right? So this week, this message coming in, this little communique or whatever, right? We'll be dealing with this issue, right? And it may have something to do with money, access to money, right? It will obviously be something about finances, some tangible material aspect of your life. But on the back of it is this. And that's why I say it's because you're involved with somebody from outside your group. You have the Lover's card and you have five of Pentacles. And for those of you, a pentacle is simply a circle with a pentagram in it. Five of Pentacles suggests ousting, abandonment. And certainly in this situation, when religious factors have come up, and this is another reason why I like to pull the romance angel oracle, is it definitely gives me much more ability to go in depth into your scenario, right? Because it gives me an idea of what the main core is, right? As far as what the messages are that are meant to come through. And here, Five of Pentacles associated with religious factors is certainly an ousting, an abandonment, a disowning, right? You felt disowned, I think. I think you've gone through a period because of your relationship with someone. You've either feared being disowned or you have been disowned. I feel like you have been. I feel like you've gone through this. Or this is what you're going through right now. All right, Five of Pentacles. But the light shines. And so there is, in this card of Five of Pentacles, interestingly enough, there is a symbol of reconciliation, possible reconciliation. And with all fives, there is a hint of reconciliation, because fives represent power struggles, right? Power struggles, control issues, right? Things like that. But they are states of chaos, and at some point a state of chaos must come to order, which is the reconciliation. So there's always a hint of that, right? That's the yin and yang, I guess, matter and antimatter. But the hint is there is that the light still shines so bright. You can see the one character is still looking up as if like, oh, look, well, I still see the light. They haven't complete abandonment would be kicking you out and turning the lights off, right? I mean, when you really want to like kick somebody out, you kick them the fuck out and you turn off all the lights. There's no one here for you, right? And that's the message. There's nobody here for you. That's But when the lights are left on, it's, especially when we're talking about symbology with the tarot cards, it's indicative of a possibility for reconciliation. And it's interesting that the golden lights that are on here also mirror portions of their outfits. So there's still a tethering. However minuscule or fragile it may be, tenuous and fragile it may be, it is there. But it's there. I guess I would almost say it's like a silk thread. It's not unbreakable, but it's there, and it pretty much is holding up despite, right? So, and I think that this page of Pentacles here could be aligned with that reconciliation. You may get that coming through. You love this person, whoever you're with. It's 6. It's major arcana. 6 talks about a journey towards harmony. Sometimes people want to say that the Lover's card is about choices. 6 represents a journey towards harmony. And so, yes, the choice is choosing to make the journey. Right? There's 3 portions to a journey. Realizing that you have to make the journey, the departure, and the journey itself. So there's stages, right? Realizing the journey itself, I believe, is this stage here, the six of Lovers. You have realized you need to depart wherever situation you were in before, right? And you have begun your journey. You've realized you needed to leave. You've left, and now you're on your journey with this person. Now you've chosen to journey with this person. So that's why the Lover's card is so deep, because you're choosing to combine your life with your life's journey, your existence together. I'm existing next to you. You're existing next to me. You know what I mean? We are sharing, the space we're inhabiting, that we're going to be living together with. So this is a very serious relationship for you. And this 5 of Pentacles you're going through, it's been very devastating, Virgo. Especially you, Virgo. You love your family. Virgos love their families. Very kind of close, can be very close. Can be the ones who are always, running shit, taking care of the birthday, making sure everybody's getting everything done. You're very family-oriented, Virgos. My grandmother's a Virgo. My aunt as well. So, you're very family-oriented. And I think this has been a very stressful period for you. Okay. However, this page of Pentacles, I feel like, is a positive message coming in. And a possibility, at least a token or a creak of the door opening towards reconciliation. If that is the issue here. Right. There must, you know what I mean? I don't see like that there was a harmony here because of that 5 of Pentacles. So a page of Pentacles, though, still has, it is still a card of harmony in a sense, a card of positivity, because he's bringing in a positive, right? You don't come in with a negative. You don't send a page across the lands to show up and say, guess what? Fuck you. You send a page over to make an offer. So this is a real offer, and it's a positive offer. And any offer in a situation where you've gone through a 5 of Pentacles is at least the beginning of possible reconciliation. All right. So that's why, it's like, okay, well, how do you come to the conclusion that something needs to be reconciled? That's how the story is woven together because of the different aspects. All right. If it doesn't resonate with you, then that's fine too, But this is, to me, is a very specific message here for somebody who's going through a very specific thing. Bridging cultures, religions, cultural backgrounds. Could be someone from another country. You know, it could be a Jewish person and a Muslim. You know, a Catholic and a Hindu. You know, you could be from different racial backgrounds, right? And different cultures that may not be so accepting of those type of, you know what I mean? This is a very serious issue. This is a very serious matter, Virgo. So for those of you who are going through this, trust me, I understand how serious this particular reading is for you. All right, Capricorn, release your ex. Well, you're up to, I don't know what you're up to, Capricorn. Look at this. You've got 9 of Swords. So you've got a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of anxiety. 9s represent isolation and separation. You feel isolated. You're isolated even in your thoughts. It's almost as if there's no one you have to turn to. Part of the reason of that is because of your own guilt. You can't turn to anyone completely because you feel as though you take part blame into what's going on with you. You feel ashamed. You know, that's the deeper meaning of the 9 of Swords, is that not only are you having deep sleepless nights and anxiety, but the worst of it, the reason why it is so tormenting is because deep down inside you partially blame yourself. You are partially at fault, or you believe you are partially at fault. The decisions that you've made or the things that you've done have led you to this scenario, and now your anxieties are just overwhelming, right? Release your ex. Could be that you're thinking about, you know, your old relationship that you were happy to leave, and now you're realizing, oh shit, it was me the whole time. I messed up, or what did I do? You know, you're just starting, you know, you're having a lot of anxiety about it, right? The devil is here though. And listen, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you should feel guilty, right? I'm not making any judgment here. I'm just saying that our worst torments are the ones where we feel as though we are somewhere at fault. You know, even if we blame everyone else in the world around us, if at the core we do still hold on to this idea somewhere that, you know, really it was all my fault, or at least partially my fault, those are the worst torments. And whether it was your fault or not, that is something that you have to work out and deal with, because the 9 of Swords is not worrying about actual dangers that you're facing right now. 9 of Swords talks about anxiety, and anxiety is the fear of what might happen or what might occur. That's you know, that's what anxiety is worrying about something, not necessarily about anything that's come to pass yet. But you have the devil here, and then in 6 of Pentacles. So definitely talking about some money issues, you know. Is this about, are you having sleepless nights about money issues? Could be. Right? Could be, you know, that somebody screwed you over, right? Taken from you, and, you know, you're pissed off about it now. You know, it could be as money could have been part of your relationship as well. Especially with the devil card. It suggests that at one point, certainly with release your ex and 9 of Swords and the devil, it suggests that whoever you were involved with, it was a relationship that was very much in the carnal realm. It wasn't spiritual or emotionally evolving, right? It didn't allow you to evolve into something better, but it was very carnal. It could have been very monetary based. It could have been just about sex. It could have been about social status, you know, but whatever it was, you know, it was just more a slave to kind of baser emotions and desires, lust. That's the devil card, you know. Part of the devil card is also to do with creative energies. But here we're talking about a relationship that probably, you know, it could be that the relationship certainly costed you financially, or and I want to say it's a previous relationship because release your ex. It could be for some of you a current relationship that right now you're in a current relationship that you're having anxiety about because it's reminding you, and it's again in this kind of devil energy, it's reminding you what you went through before, and now you're worried about that you're going to go through it all over again. You know, the devil talks, well, devil being the second 15, the first 5 is the Hierophant. So interestingly enough, both characters have 2 people in front of them sort of worshiping them. So where the Hierophant is worshipped by the 2 priests and their highest ideal is spiritual growth, here you are worshiping the devil, which is all to do with materialism and base energies and lust, money, sex, which aren't necessarily bad things, but if you worship them, which is what the devil is all about. It's about worshiping those things rather than using those things to elevate yourself spiritually. The devil's forgotten this, you know, when you're in the realm of the devil, you've forgotten about spiritual evolution. You're simply tied to the lust and the sex and, you know what I mean, the carnal passions, which are normally meant to be transmuting energies that allow you to create, right? That's what they're meant to do. But you're not meant to be a slave to them. And here you are, and I think you're worried about going through that again. Six of Pentacles, it's definitely about money too. Being comfortable. Do you really want to lose all your money again? Do you want to lose all your status again? Right now, it's this Six of there's a level of status here. And I think that this is what you might be worried about, Capricorn. It could be that you're worried about losing your status if you leave this person. It could be that, you know, you've gone through that before, you know. It could be that you're you could be holding on to a relationship before that didn't work out, but when you were in that relationship, you had a certain, you know, you had a better standing, you had a better status, you had better, like, you had a sense of something, and now you're pining away for that relationship because you don't have that level of comfortability anymore. It could be that as well. But this week is going to be the week where you're going to be confronting those issues, Capricorn. And again, it's not a judgment thing, right? So this is not the devil card. To me, is a very interesting card because it is at the core of devil energy, where some of the you know, creativity comes from this kind of energy. It comes from sexual passion and lust and desires. That's where the greatest works of art come from. Artists are passionate. Their kundalini, their sexual energy, you know, their works of art are generally imbued with some sort of sexual energy, right? That's how we have so many phallic symbols in works of art. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this is necessarily bad. What I am saying, however, is that you're being confronted this week with a scenario that that has been bothering you. And it's to do with the way, the type of relationship you either left or you're in now. And you're seeing the signs again of this relationship, you know, being very detrimental to you on an emotional and financial level, costing you money, all right? Maybe costing you to be, you know, everything that you've worked for, or knocking you back, you know, knocking your, you know, your kind of, you know, all the kind of progression, you know, all the progress you've made in your life, right? Saving or working or become, you know what I mean? Getting to the point where you're at, and then you get involved with somebody, and because of the type of your relationship you have with them, which is very shallow and it doesn't elevate you in any kind of way, you then, you know, you get pulled back. Suddenly you're regressing. You're going to have to make up all that progress again, which always takes longer. You know, and all of this is causing you a lot of anxiety, you know, right now. A lot of anxiety. And releasing your ex talks, I believe it means that you need to face this. Either face the relationship you got out of that is still causing you anxiety, or face the relationship that you're in right now that is causing you the same kind of anxiety, right? And just have that communication with them. Because it may be that it's not really happening. Remember, Nine of Swords talks about anxiety, talks about fears of what might happen, not necessarily fears of what's happening. All right, we're going to clarify with the Lima deck. Just put these away. There's just not enough room. All right. Let's clarify with the Lima deck. Where are we at? 29 minutes. Okay. I didn't want these videos to be too long, but also I didn't want them to be too short because I am covering 3 signs for the week. So I wanted to be able to give you like a nice in-depth reading as much as I can on the 3 cards. Let's get a clarification now on these lovely earth signs for your readings with the Lima deck. I love the imagery on this deck, but the deck itself is such poor quality. So it's kind of difficult to shuffle sometimes, but you will persevere. Delima, give me some clarity on these lovely earth signs in the readings this week. Interestingly enough, decks that are of poorer quality, where the paper starts to fray and makes it difficult to shuffle, you need to shuffle a lot longer to allow for the messages to truly come in, you know. So, because there's not enough air getting to the deck. Interestingly enough, it's a metaphysical issue. So, that's for another video. All right. Star for you, Taurus. And 10 of Pentacles. Another 10. Yeah, you're in a whole new place. Virgo, 7 of Wands. Yeah, you're fighting off some pressure. And 3 of Swords. All right, heartbreak. This has been heartbreaking for you, I think. Very heartbreaking. Capricorn, Ace of Cups. There you go, new love. Yeah, so it's a new love relationship you're getting into. And Knight of Swords. All right, so yeah, I can see clearly. Now the rain is gone. 4 of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. So, again, another running theme in addition to wanting to work towards harmony, which was at the bottom of the deck, the Radiant Rider Waite deck. We have here also the flip side. Holding on for, you know, waiting patiently, holding on, wanting stability and love. These are both 4s. They're both 4s. So running through all of this is the desire to have stability, to work towards more stability. 4 of Cups is that card because this person is now waiting. They're patient. And they're waiting for a more stable relationship, an offer of love that has more stability built into the offer, right? So, all right. So Taurus, here we go. Clarification. The star. Yeah, you need friends to help you right now with this scenario. Your star is wish fulfillment, right? You are in a great place. You are in a wonderful place. I think you're in a place right now that you've always wanted to be. And you just want to make the most of it. And you're going to make the most of it. And I think, yes, let your friends help you. Reach out to this person who is a mentor, who is going to help you, someone you trust, because you have great things on the horizon. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck, but he's also the surest. He's not flighty, or he's not lacking commitment. When he arrives, and he stays until the task is done. And whatever tasks he's been assigned is done. Or whatever opportunity that he was supposed to bring and see go to the next stage, he will stay until that happens. So these Knight of Pentacles is an excellent card for opportunity, and opportunity that's not stagnant, that's opportunity for growth. And here you have wish fulfillment. Star, you've been waiting for this for a long time. I think the battle that you've been going through is part of this wish fulfillment. Now, you've exhausted yourself. You're a whole, you're a new person, a different person. You've gone through the fire, as it were, and now you're getting your wish fulfillment coming in. And it's going to be extremely, extremely prosperous for you. It's going to be abundance. 10 of Pentacles is abundance. It's establishment. It's getting everything you wanted. Finally, it's arriving. It's the arrival card. You have arrived, at the level that you always wanted to be at. And this is not to say that you become a billionaire, right? But it's arriving at a level in your life with your abundance, your wealth, your material surroundings that you've always wanted to be. That's not necessarily mean a whole lot of money. Some people, their 10 of Pentacles is a cabin in the woods with a car, and they don't have to worry about anything. Some of them, it's a tent on the beach in their favorite, tropical destination. That's their 10 of, so 10 of Pentacles is different for every person. It's very personal. But it definitely means prosperity and achieving a level of happiness, and of material satisfaction, right? A level of satisfaction where you are truly, truly content and happy with what you've attained. And that's where you're heading. Virgo, yeah, it's been difficult for you, Virgo. It's been really trying. 7 of Wands. Right? So dealing with a lot of attacking, kind of, See the Wands are facing her. And she's like kind of stands there and is like defending her, you know, the entrance. I'm not going to let anybody in. Yeah, you feel like you have to make a stance. You feel like you're being asked to defend yourself, you know, to defend your identity or who you are or what you stand for. And I feel like you're being asked that by people who are very close to you, you know, like I say, your family, close friends, even, you know, your cultural community, your community, your social community could be also. And that's been kind of heartbreaking, I think, for you. Three of Swords is there. And I don't think this Three of Swords has anything to do with your lover. I think this Three of Swords is just really feeling hurt. You just feel really legitimately hurt because of everything that you've had to go through as a result of this lover, right? Could be that you're in a same-sex relationship, you know, and then that has been unaccepted. It could be that, you know, something like that, something on that level, something that can be very painful for somebody, especially when your family and close friends are just unaccepting. They've ousted you. You feel abandoned. You know, you feel like you have to defend yourself, you know, against the very people that you believe should be defending you. And it's just left a very, very kind of like sad feeling. But remember, Three of Swords also has... if you notice, there's a light behind there. It's not all dark. And there, again, you see the Three Swords themselves almost look like they're glowing. Again, this is another one of those cards that has in it a glimmer of hope, right? Don't wallow too much. This is not actual heartbreak. You see it's three into a flower. Not an actual heart, but it's like a rose, which represents love. But... you know, these nuances in the symbolism and these nuances in the imagery of the cards relate to the meanings of the cards and the nuances of the meanings of the cards. It's not that your actual heart is broken, like a lover could break your heart, or a husband or a child. This is just hurt. It's deep hurt. But I guess the message here is don't confuse it for heartbreak, because it's not really heartbreak. And a lot of this sadness you feel here is kind of you feeling sorry for yourself. And I don't mean to sound harsh in that, but that is the nuance of this card. Part of the pain here is, you know, the kind of like, why me? You know, poor me. I can't believe they did this to me. And that might be right, you know, poor you. And you may deserve, I mean, it may be warranted that, you know, people feel sorry. You know, I don't know. Like, that's hard for me to even say. I don't know that people ever would admit to wanting someone's pity. That's not something you generally admit to. But what I'm trying to get across is that don't wallow in this sadness too much, because a lot of it is just kind of sentimentality for yourself, that you're going through a really difficult situation, or that someone has hurt you. Right? It's not necessarily that deep heartbreak that should take years to get over, that somebody may take years to get over. But you may be envisioning it like that. You may be seeing it like that right now, because you're just feeling so... And you can tell by the person being so like wrapped, they're all wrapped up in themselves. So it's very much like a, oh, poor me attitude, you know. And I say that as well as a form of strength, you know. Don't let them get you down. And don't wallow too much in this sadness, you know. Pick yourself up and fight. The most important thing in this reading is the Lover's card. As someone, you know, you found somebody with that kind of connection, that kind of, you know, relationship, and that's beautiful. You should fight for that. And this week there's going to be a lot of communication about that going on. For you, Capricorn, yeah, this is a new love. Ace of Cups. Looks like you might have fallen in love with somebody, and you're very, very worried, right? You're worried right now that it could be that you're worried you don't have the finances for that person. Could be also that you're worried you're going to go through the same type of bullshit you went through before, right? In the last relationship that caused, like I said, that caused you so much grief. Knight of Swords is here. So Knight of Swords could be your lover coming in with a conversation. It might be that you need to have this conversation with this person. You need to find out what's going on with them to assuage your anxiety. You're clearly very, very attracted to this person. The other sign, you know, the other attribute of the Devil card is like being extremely sexually attracted. So you're very attracted to this person. There's definitely love there, outpouring of love with the Ace of Cups. But hopefully this Knight of Swords means that there's an opportunity for you guys to have this conversation this week and to go out together to talk about these things. This is certainly maybe somebody you've just met, somebody new, but certainly Knight of Swords talks about having active communication with someone, like getting to the heart of it, right? You know, you text them or they text you, you decide to meet and to talk and figure it out. You know, that's what you want. You're worried about this relationship, but the love is there, certainly. There's a feeling of love there, Capricorn. Like new love, fresh love, you know. And also, it's interesting, the Six of Pentacles here. It's almost as if you want to be in a certain financial position to have this relationship, and it's like that's worrying you too, I think. You know, your ability to be comfortable, to have the finances you need, right? To be able to be in this relationship. You need to, if this is you or your partner, you know, either of you should be embodying this energy, which is communicating. Get on the phone, come together, get together, talk to each other. All right, my lovely earth signs, I'm going to cut it there. This has been a really long one, 41 minutes. Wow. All right, guys, you know what to do. If any of this resonated with you, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Share, comment. Please comment. I love reading your comments and replying to those as well. If you want a private reading, there is a button on my header or my homepage and my header space where you can just hit the button and go straight to scheduling a reading. All right. And for now, you guys, I'm just going to say have a wonderful first week of June. Bye-bye, earth signs.